Jackson County Fair opened today. This year is promising to be bigger and better than ever.
But cost for parking, admission, rides, and everything else can add up. News 10's Dave DeRoge is live at the fair showing us whether it's worth it. Dave?
Well, it is worth it for the South Medford High Choir. They're going to be joining me here backstage with members of the Foreigner Band. They're going to be performing tonight. We're going to have more details about how they're going to be singing I Want to Know What Love Is tonight with them. We'll talk with them backstage right here at the Jackson County Fairgrounds. But before we do that, that's going to be straight ahead at News 10 at 6 a little bit later. But right now, let's talk about going to the fair. On our Facebook page, some people mentioning their concerns about the cost, how it can be pretty expensive to be at the fair, and to find out whether it's all worth it. Animals, concerts, rides, and all the giant curly fries you can stuff into your mouth are at the Jackson County Fair. Fair managers say this year is the best yet. One of the new changes, a different company running the carnival rides and games. Managers say logistics didn't work out with the previous company they had for the past 21 years. But they're confident about Funtastic and the rest of what the fair has to offer. As Dave Kohlermeyer manages the fairgrounds, he says the costs justify the means.
The purpose for the prices is obviously we're trying to migrate to being self-sufficient. We're not quite there yet, but we're making good strides. And we are like a small business. We have a lot of bills to pay. As you might imagine, our electric bill is not small. So we have those sort of things to recoup. And people have surfaced the issue of carnival rides. Well, those are fuel dependent. And we all know what fuel has done over the last few years. So we're kind of suffering on a number of fronts there.
But is it really worth it to you? You got to pay for parking, you got to pay for admission, more for the rides and for some of the concerts. It can really add up. But some fairgoers have found ways to cut costs here at the fair. Coming from Rogue River, Christine Purzel slid into the fair with her grandsons on opening day. She found a way to cut costs in transportation.
It's a bit pricey, but no matter where you go it is. So, to have fun, we went to Sherm's Food for Less and bought the pre-sale wristbands, and so that saved us, and we just kind of planned ahead and saved.
At the Super Science exhibit, Eric Briggs and his daughter Kira found a way to save.
And I had my daughter drop us off at the parking lot. She's going to take off and come to the fair later, but we're just going to walk around. So there's a few things you can do.
And we're going to be on the lookout for more. I got one of the production guys with me and back here setting up for the backstage. But be on the lookout for discount days. Like on Sunday, there's going to be a 2-for-1, and you can find more information about that at KTVL.com. And we'll talk more later on in the broadcast with members of Foreigner and South Medford High choir members. They're going to be right here. We'll see you then. Covering your news, Dave DeRoge, News 10.